Okay, y'all, we're back. Today, you're getting two for the price of one with this video. We are going to show you how to make a southern staple, dirty rice. And then we're going to take that dirty rice, and because we have so many bell peppers still from the garden, we are going to stuff bell peppers with it and show you how to do the dirty rice recipe and stuffed bell peppers. So, Chuck is starting now with our ground beef.
Yeah, the pot was getting hot. I needed to get it all in here now.
So this is 2 pounds of ground beef and 2 pounds of Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage. Use whatever kind of breakfast sausage you want, whatever flavor of whatever kind you want. And you're putting it in the pot together, the pan together. And you take it from here, Chuck.
Want to be honest?
Yeah.
Basically, you're just going to brown it. So, as it's browning, we can go over everything else that's going to go in this recipe. This, if you do not have one, get it. It breaks up meat so well whenever you're trying to brown something, and it makes it really so much easier. So in the pot we had about 2 tablespoons of oil. You don't need a lot because oil will be produced by both of the meats. So we're going to let that brown up a little bit. Here we have 1 onion chopped up, 2 stalks of celery that we
From the garden.
From the garden. This is some baby bell peppers that were too small to
stuff from the garden. And garlic. Not from the garden, but come to us in about 8 months.
And we'll have a lot of garlic out here.
Him and his toys.
When you work in the kitchen, you get every gadget you can. Drop that in there.
Spoon or no?
So while it's browning, I'm going to add our seasoning. You can add just a little Creole seasoning.
There's your pepper.
Pepper.
There's your salt.
I'm not adding a lot of salt because we are adding broth to it, and the rice that we're using has been cooked in chicken broth, so we don't want to add too much.
Yes, the rice we just cooked, it is something you want to have cooked ahead to make this dirty rice. And he's
And
using garlic now.
A lot of garlic powder, because we always do. Now we're going to just let this brown. Since it's starting to brown, we're going to add all the vegetables in. And the reason I want to do that is this is a really quick meal.
You want it all in?
We're going to add it all in.
It'll
infuse the flavor of the vegetables into the meat. And it will also cook the vegetables enough so that whenever we're going, once the meat is brown, we can just go on to the next step and make the gravy that we're going to need for the dirty rice. So we're going to let this brown. Okay guys, the meat and the veggies are brown. We'll remove some of the oil from the pan because it's really fatty meat. And now we're going to take it to the next level. So what we're going to do is I have 2 tablespoons of flour. You want to add that in, but you're going to want to let it cook through. You want all of the flour taste to come out. It only takes probably less than a minute. Just want to mix it through on everything, and what that's going to do is thicken the gravy on it so that when you add it to the meat, it'll be a nice, when you add it to the rice, it'll be a nice thick consistency.
And he has cut all the bell peppers in half for stuffing. I'm just going back and cleaning them up a little bit. And that's Milo you hear over there crying off camera because he smells the food and he hasn't been fed yet.
So now that the flour's cooked through, we're going to add about 2 cups of beef broth. and 3 bay leaves. 2 or 3, because these are really big bay leaves.
That, and do you need this anymore?
Good.
Y'all ignore the kitchen being such a mess. We just filmed a video for cowboy candy and cowgirl candy before this. And now we're making dinner, and this is 2 recipes basically for you. So we've been working. That's why I'm sweating so bad.
Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more of the beef broth, and then we're going to let this cook for 5 minutes. Just basically mingle all the flavors. There you go. So I'm going to reduce the heat a little bit and let it cook just so the flavors can come together. And then we're almost done with this, guys. It's really that simple. Make sure you cover up the bay leaves. We're going to take them out in a second. You just want the flavor from them. You don't want to choke on the stem.
So we'll see you back in a minute.
Okay, guys, it's been simmering for about 5 minutes. As you can see, the gravy's really nice and thick. So we're going to take these 2 out.
I will swap so you can get on this side and show me the pepper.
After we got the rice. The rice is going to look a little funny because I cooked the rice in chicken broth just to add more flavor.
So that's why it has that golden look to it.
We're just going to add rice until we get it to the consistency that we want. You want it still to be a little juicy.
And if they need to, before they get to the adding rice part, if they don't think it's got any juice, they can add a little
You
more
can add more water.
broth to it.
Since we used all the broth, we did add a very little bit of water. But this is why you don't want to over season it before you add the rice, because the rice does have seasoning from the chicken broth.
I'm going to try to come over and bring y'all in a little bit while he's doing this.
It smells so good, the onions and the peppers, and especially the garlic.
And y'all, if y'all have never had dirty rice before, for those non-Southerners, this is something that you really need to give a try to.
This is a good side dish. You could make it a main meal. It's served at every holiday.
Yes. It's a big Thanksgiving, part of Thanksgiving. Some people even stuff their turkeys with dirty rice instead of dressing, which I know most northern people call it stuffing. We call it dressing, and I know it's stuffing if it goes in the bird, dressing if it's done on the side, but no matter where it goes, if you're southern, you call it dressing.
And that's it, y'all. A quick and simple dirty rice.
Now I'm going to stand you back up, and we're going to go to the second part of this video. Ooh, I don't knock the camera all over, which I think I'm doing right here. Ooh, I stood you up way too far. So now this would be done and you're ready to eat, correct, Chuck? As a meal.
Everything's cooked, everything's ready to go.
So what I wanted to do was, since we have all these peppers from the garden, stuff some of these. Now some we are going to bake tonight and have for dinner with a side salad, but some we're going to stuff and not bake tonight and wrap in plastic saran wrap, and we're going to freeze them, because stuffed peppers would be a great easy thing to pull out the freezer to make a meal on a night you don't feel like cooking, and like we're having it tonight with a little salad. That's a whole meal for you. But I'm going to get Chuck to show you how he cuts up the peppers. I'm going to mix in some Parmesan cheese to our dirty rice, which normally does not go in dirty rice, But since we're stuffing peppers with it, it's going in there now for us.
So with the peppers, you just want to cut them in half and remove the stem. And it's not like a jalapeno or one of the spicy peppers. You can eat the seeds of a bell pepper. There's no heat to them. You won't grow a plant in your stomach if you eat them. It's just basically part of the pepper.
Check them cowboys and cowgirls behind me, because I hear them bubbling.
They're bubbling. Set a timer for 10 minutes.
All up on the sides. Trying not to make a big old mess. Little extra Parmesan never hurt anybody.
Cheesy goodness.
Okay.
And then basically, you just stuff them. I like to overflow them a little bit.
Hold one up to us so we can see you stuffing it.
Let's do a yellow one. Oh, the cheese is just stringing along. This is going to be so good.
And y'all, after this, we have one more step before we pop these in the oven. And that is a simple step. Do that pretty purple one on the top and get up here closer to the camera, please. Yes, like once you stuff it. Y'all, I've been directing this pool forever, and let me tell you, there's just no helping. Oh, that one's mine. It was overflowing.
If you want to do the final step while I'm doing this,
Yeah.
I can keep just stuffing along.
Our final step, y'all, is to take marinara or your favorite pasta sauce. We really like this one. It's a very good pasta sauce. I don't know if y'all can see it. Not sponsored, but we would love for Cajun Powder to sponsor us. And you just take a little spoon, and I know you probably can't see what I'm doing now, but I will put it up to the camera for you to see one. Chuck could even take one since he's got on the gloves. Or actually, I'll do this one right here. You put it in your hand. Keep it in your hand. Lower it. Now try to stick it towards the camera where they can see it up there. Hopefully y'all can see this. Look at that ooey gooey cheese. Hold on. So that's all you're doing is coating just the top with some pasta sauce or marinara. Now, obviously, the ones we're going to freeze, we're not doing this to. So.
And that's it. Then we're going to bake it for 30 minutes in a 350-degree oven. And they are ready to eat.
Okay, so we will see y'all when we pull these out.
Hey guys, it's been 30 minutes. The peppers are out of the oven. They're nice and tender and juicy. And we are ready to eat. As always, thanks y'all for stopping by and watching one of our videos with us. And Please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing this video so that other people can find our channel. And as always, thanks for stopping by. We love you guys and have a great night.